Hey, it's Tanner Struck from Tanner Trains, doing my upper body 2 workout. And I'm also gonna film this vlog while I'm filming another YouTube video for my main channel for shoulder exercises. So I'm gonna hit a lot of upper body and a ton of shoulder exercises. And I'm gonna walk you guys through the whole thing. So if you guys are subscribed to this channel, which I have less than 400 subscribers right now, which is kind of funny in a way, you guys are gonna get a sneak peek at my upcoming shoulder tier list video. So I'm gonna finish my warm up and then I'm gonna get after it. Had a really good workout on Saturday by myself. Freaking hit my upper body super hard. So today's Tuesday. I don't feel fully recovered from it yet, but I gotta hit this upper body workout because tomorrow is Christmas. My fiance will kill me if I work on Christmas. And my cameraman, John, won't work on Christmas either. So I gotta get this in on Christmas Eve because I wanna film these B-rolls, and also I wanna be consistent putting out vlogs. So I just hit my first warm-up set of the Z-press. Didn't feel great, but it's all right. This is why warm-up sets are actually so important, because you have to prime your body for what it's about to do, to psychologically prepare your mind. Hitting my second warm-up set on my Z-press. Goal is to go 1 kg heavier than last time. So last time I did this, I was training with Oscar Owen, the magician. Nice guy. Today, the goal is to go 1 kg heavier. So this is 57 kgs. I'm gonna hit this for 2 or 3 reps. Hopefully it feels all right. Too good. Okay. Actually felt better than 47 kgs. So I'll let you guys on a little hack. I'm doing a warm-up set, like 5-3-1, working up to my working weight. I'm warming up with like specific weights, 47 kg, 57 kg, because my working weight is 67 kg today. I just wanna make sure my body and shoulders feel good. And if I add the 7 kgs on there, so literally the 2.5 and the 1, I'm not making as big of jumps. All right, I'm gonna feel the weight right now. Whenever I'm doing heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, or heavy press, I'm gonna hit 1 rep at my working weight, all right? That, you feel the weight you're about to do. That way when you hit your first working set, it doesn't feel like a total shock to your body. It doesn't feel like shit. So I'm doing this just to prime my shoulders and my central nervous system for how heavy this weight's actually gonna feel. Ooh. I think if you're holding my feet, I think I'll get that. It's 1 rep, 67. I'm gonna warm up my lats real quick. Here, I'm warming up my pull-ups with a lat pull down. You could just do strict bodyweight pull-ups, but because I have a lat pull down, I wanna use it. So again, this is just warming up my lats, biceps, grip, forearms, shoulders. Just trying to get some blood flow in my working muscles before I hit my top sets. Good, right there. All right, now, check this out. Look to your right. So I just got this installed. Oh, not my shoes. I just got a mirror installed in my gym, which I'm super happy about. I love it. So here's a little pre-workout pump before. God damn, look at my pec, bro. That chunk's missing out of my pec. It's all right. I'm gonna do what I can. Fuck it. But this is what I look like before my workout. I don't have the most amazing physique, but it's natural and I've worked fucking really hard for it, and it just is what it is. All right, my first working set. Just keep it rolling. It's fine. These are gonna be B-rolls for the video we're filming today anyway. All right, here we go. Bro, hold it a little closer to my ankle. Yep. Hold those motherfuckers down. Hold them down, bro. 5. 2, 3, 4. Yes. Hey. There's my first set. Come here, man. Come here. No, don't touch it. This is my cameraman, John. He's in a lot of my videos. For whatever reason, he doesn't want to be in the videos. This channel's only got 400 subscribers anyway. I'm not holding it far enough away, so I wouldn't be able to do what I do without him. And yeah, I have a videographer and I pay him money for it. And I've worked really hard to afford a videographer, so he allows me to put out better content for you guys. So he's gonna be in a lot of my videos. You guys will see that. So this is my outdoor rack. Should use this more, especially now it's winter in Dubai. It's not too hot. I'm gonna hit a pull up with my knees up with this 10 kg plate on it. So it's a weighted kind of like L-sit pull up. All right, John, really quickly, set the camera down. You can leave it rolling though. 1 second, all right, here. Set that plate, yep. Set the plate on top of my knees. Yep. Now get this, get it rolling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God damn. Whew. That was hard. I haven't done those in like a year. Since last Christmas, I know for a fact because I was vlogging, I remember. Boom. All right, there's one set done. All right, there's one superset done. Z press paired up with a weighted pull-up. Same shit, different day. Pairing up the vertical press with a vertical pull. If there was something better, I would do that, but there's not. There's not, it just doesn't change. Human body is a human body, and you want to train antagonistic movement patterns. I say it every freaking time. I'm gonna take a sip of my pre-workout. Oh yeah, I'm sponsored by Transparent Labs. I love this company. They make the legit, I think, the highest quality supplements in the supplement industry. And I might be biased because yeah, they pay me to say that, but I wouldn't endorse a product if I actually didn't believe in it. And I like it because their brand is Transparent Labs, and I'm a transparent guy. You probably don't even need supplements. You may not need supplements unless you've got everything else dialed in, like your sleep, training, and nutrition. I got that dialed in, so supplements can actually help. And this is just pre-workout, and pre-workout's a big one, especially with caffeine. That's why I seem a bit serious or a bit intense right now because I'm jacked up on caffeine because I'm training, and I love working out highly caffeinated because it makes my workout better. Jean says I gotta rest 20 seconds, and he's absolutely right. When you're doing heavy strength work, you need to rest longer between sets so you're fully recovered so you can put 100% of your effort into the set. My goal right now is not to be shredded or lose body fat. My goal is actually to get stronger and build muscle. That's why powerlifters and strongmen, they rest so long between their sets because they need to, all right? Those guys know what they're doing. And so they rest a long time to fully recover, and they can put 100% of their effort into each working set so they can lift as heavy of weights possible. All right. I'm gonna hit my third set. I might get a little bit of a bounce on this, but I'm gonna try to keep these strict. Just notice my shoulders working from this angle. All right, John, you ready? 4.
Push. Push.
Yes. Yes. Damn. I'll do one more set right there. Holy smokes. All right. If you guys have never done barbell Z press, I really hope you try it. I like it better than even a standing overhead press. You can lift heavier with a standing overhead press because you can lean back and you can move your body kind of around the bar, and you can find the most efficient way to press the bar overhead. A Z press, it keeps you honest. It forces you to do it strict with your feet in front. And again, I have to have someone hold my feet down. I have to anchor my feet down just so I can not lose balance. Because if I was trying to do that without my feet, there's a good chance I'll roll back. I'm gonna try actually my next set for like 2 or 3 reps. Jean's just gonna video it for a B-roll for my shoulder video. Look at my shoulders right now, actually. I have naturally fucking tiny ass delts. It's not because I don't train my delts. It's just genetically, I have small delts. Kind of like a lot of guys genetically have small calves. It's just one of those exercises that, or one of those muscles that you either got them or you don't. I don't have them. I have a big back, all right? I have a big back, thick midsection, decent legs. but no delts, no matter how hard I try. And again, you're gonna see all these dudes with like these cannonball delts, like super massive rounded delts. 99% of the time, that's a telltale sign that those dudes are taking steroids. Whenever you have those huge, ridiculous looking delts, kind of like Derek, more plates, more dates, when he was taking lots of steroids, he had insane delts. Okay, his delts don't look like that right now because he's not blasting as much gear. I don't even know I think he just takes TRT now. And that's no shade at him, I'm just saying, like, he's like the first guy I think of with incredible delts, but those are facilitated by taking hormones. I don't know why, but shoulders specifically, that's like, whenever you see a dude with insane shoulder development, usually it's bodybuilders or guys that are taking steroids. And for whatever reason, your delts grow, they just get really big. I mean, genetics play a role too. I don't know how big my delts would get if I started taking steroids, but I do know for one thing, if I did, they'd be bigger than they are. But I'm not advocating that, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna do the best I can with what I have naturally. It's what I've always done, it's probably what I'll always do. Keep it rolling. Whew. I just hit 2 L pull-ups. No weight. Those were still hard though. So I don't know if this is my first vlog you've seen or my whatever, 20th. I just got these new shoes, Tier TYR. I was wearing Nike Metcons for the longest time, but I've had so many ankle issues, and those shoes are really flat, and my ankle hurts. I just started walking 2 weeks ago. I'm still not walking very well, but I got these shoes because they just feel way better on my ankle. And these are a good cross-training shoe too, because these are like shoes that people wear for CrossFit, but you don't have to do CrossFit to wear these. Like if you do squats, deadlifts, or if you just want a good versatile cross-training shoe. So far I really like these. I'm not endorsed by Tier either. Wish I was, but I'm not. And last Saturday I went and bought 3 pairs of shoes. Spent like, damn, I don't even want to think about it. I spent a lot of money, but it was worth it to get the right kind of shoes because my ankles, and you just want to have the right footwear. You want to have the right training gear, all right? If you spend as much time training as me, you can save money in other areas of your life, but you can spend without limits when it comes to your health, because your health's the most important thing. All right, it really is. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. I'm not saying you have to think about it like me or take it to the extremes that I do, but one reason you probably follow me, the one reason you probably watch these vlogs is because you know I'm passionate about health and fitness and strength. So just a little thing like that. These shoes, TYR, I think these are called the CX2 Elite. I'm not endorsed, but I like them. They get my approval. If you guys are looking for a new pair of solid training shoes. All right, it's good. I got a good sweat going now. I'm gonna just keep rolling, John. I want this to be a B-roll for the YouTube video. So I'm gonna try to hit 2 to 3 Z press at 67 kgs without my feet. It's gonna be harder because I'm not gonna be as stable, but I think I can get at least 2 or 3. Let's find out. 2, 3. Yes. Got 4. Holy smokes. I'm telling you, right now, my shoulders feel pretty pumped. Actually, I'll coach you guys up on this real quick. This taking me a long time to learn, so I hope you guys can appreciate this. I hope you guys are getting value. When you're doing an overhead press, it doesn't really, a barbell overhead press, think about this. A very common mistake is you'll see people grab the bar with a wide grip, too wide a grip. And what that does is that puts you in a weaker position because your joints, they're not stacked. So if you look at it like this, so if this was my grip, notice my wrist is only being supported by my elbow And my elbow isn't being supported by anything because my shoulder's here. So literally there's nothing. So it's not a very powerful position. All right. If you want to be able to press heavier weights with a barbell, get a close grip, like a shoulder width grip, so your hands are right, they're shoulder width. So this way, if you guys see this, my shoulder is underneath my elbow, and my elbow is going to be supported by my shoulder. So my wrist is underneath my elbow is going to be underneath my shoulder when I'm right here, and then my shoulder is obviously supported by my hips and also by my lats too. All right, so use a narrow grip, a shoulder width grip when you're in an overhead press. This is gonna work really well for like 99% of people because your joints are gonna be stacked and you're gonna be in a naturally more supported position. This only applies for overhead pressing, not for bench pressing. Bench press, you can go a wider grip and it'll be easier because you're freaking supported by the bench, all right? But the overhead press is different. Another thing, I learned this from Sebastian Oreb, Australian strength coach, huge following on Instagram. He has a YouTube channel, so check it out. That dude's a genius when it comes to strength training, especially powerlifting. But he told me this. One thing to do when you're overhead pressing, press with a suicide grip. That means your thumb under the bar. So zoom in on my hand. So my thumb is always gonna be under the bar right here because that's gonna be stronger. Whereas I used to press right there and I don't feel as strong with my thumb around the bar on overhead pressing only. Now when you're bench pressing, always thumb around the bar. Because if the bar slips out of your hands, that'll fall on your neck or chest and you could really hurt yourself. You could even freaking die. So bench press, always thumb around the bar, but overhead press, they call this a suicide grip, thumb under the bar. And if you drop the bar on an overhead press, you're not gonna drop it on yourself, like very rarely. It'll just fall to the ground. All right, but overhead press, thumb under the bar, bench press, thumb around the bar. And I promise if you try that suicide grip with your overhead pressing, I bet. Second superset I'm moving on to, same as I've been doing. It's gonna be an incline bench paired up with a horizontal row. One of the best pieces of equipment in a gym, obviously the first one's gonna be a rack. Get a rack and a barbell, but the next one, really important, adjustable bench. So you can do flat bench incline press or even decline if you like decline. I'm not a big decline guy, but I think it can be useful. So all I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna load it up to 90 kg, 198 pounds. And what I've done, if you guys watch my vlog, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was hitting like 85 kgs. I got to 90 last week. When I was training with Oscar, I got 3 sets of 7 at 90 kgs. Today I'm gonna hit 95, that's a big jump, but I'm just gonna hit sets of 5s. Sets of 5s for, 5s are the magic number for strength from Mark Rippetoe. And Mark Rippetoe's lifted enough weights, he's been around it enough he knows exactly what he's talking about, all right? That dude's forgotten more about training than most people will ever know, okay? So I'm gonna hit this just for 1. This was my working weight last week. I'm gonna go a little heavier, but I'm gonna hit this for 1 rep just to make sure it feels good, all right? So I'll get right here. When you're doing an incline press, I'm gonna use a bit wider grip, wider than shoulder width because I'm using more pecs. Notice my thumb's around the bar too, all right? Remember what I told you about pressing? Overhead, suicide, anytime a bench press, thumbs around the bar. All right, good. I need to lower that one. All right, I felt the weight, it felt decent enough. I'm gonna lower this. 55, gotta remember that. I might have you spot me on this too, John. All right, here's gonna be my first working set. The goal is just 5 reps. Heavy sets of 5. Hopefully I get 3 sets of 5. If I get 3 sets of 5, that means I can add a kg next workout. All right, here we go. My grip. I'll take a lift off. Oh, damn. 5. Good. I think sets 2 and 3 will feel a little bit better. I felt a little bit in my pec, but nothing to worry about, I don't think. All right, so there's 1 set of 5. barbell incline. While I'm thinking about it, this was my #1 exercise for pecs, heavy barbell inclines. The incline, I feel like, just puts your pec in a bigger stretch position. You get a really good range of motion, and a barbell just allows you to press the heaviest weight possible, heavier than dumbbells. So that's why it's just an extremely high value for time exercise, especially for building bigger pecs and stronger pecs. All right. Oddly enough, Mark Rippetoe doesn't even do incline pressing. He's extremely set in his ways for a good reason. He's quite, I wouldn't call him dogmatic, but he does bench press, overhead press, deadlifts, back squat, low bar back squat, okay? He likes power cleans. He'll do rack pulls. There's like 1 or 2 other chin-ups. Those are the best exercises that he uses to train people to get stronger. Remember, Mark Rippetoe only cares about strength. Strength only. He doesn't give a shit about bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit, any of that, okay? He does not train for aesthetics. He doesn't care about that. He just cares about getting the average person stronger. And he's right. Like, those exercises in particular are gonna get people the strongest because they're just foundational human movement patterns, all right? I agree with pretty much everything that Mark Rippetoe says. I just go a little bit outside of his box. And I like including other variations just because you want to keep your training interesting, all right? So you enjoy doing it. And I just feel like I get a big, huge pump in my pecs doing incline variations. So there's no right or wrong way to do anything, all right? Remember that. Just do what you enjoy doing the most and what works for you, but also you need to have some kind of logic and principles to your training, all right? That's always gonna be, always select the highest value for time exercises and incorporate progressive overload, okay? Barbells, they just work the best for that, all right? Barbell training is really the king because you can lift the heaviest weights and they're incrementally overloadable, all right? Dumbbells, you can't do that. Kettlebells, you can't do that. Machines, you can't do that, all right? You could argue about machines, but you can't do it as well with machines. Like, barbells are gonna get you stronger than machines. If your goal's strength, if your goal's bodybuilding, use some machines. All right, as a matter of fact, I'm about to use a machine right now. Here we go. I only got like 3 machines in my entire gym for a reason. One's a cable low row, the other one's a lat pull down because I love these pulling patterns and I don't always want to do barbell rows. Yesterday I did deadlifts and I did heavy barbell rows, I think at 100 kilos or 225 or whatever. So my back's a little bit taxed from it. I'm gonna do these low rows because it's not as systemically fatiguing to my back, and also I'm still probably recovering a bit from yesterday's workouts, but I still wanna get a good pump in my back, all right? And so these are easier. These are freaking easier than heavy barbell bent over rows for sure. They still give you value though, all right? And allow a good stretch. So I'm just gonna hit whatever, 10 to 12 reps. Ooh. 12, all right, good. All right. Again, pairing up a horizontal push with a horizontal pull, all right? I like those. This grip feels good too, it's different. A lot of times I'll do, yesterday I did barbell rows like this, so I was pretty much training my entire posterior chain. I don't want to train my entire posterior chain again, all right? I just want to hit some mid upper back work and take my low back out of the equation, so a cable low row is a great variation. I also have this seal row bench right here too, which you've probably seen me use before. This is my favorite chest supported row variation, but I'm too freaking lazy to do it today. So low row is the best variation that I'm doing. All right, all right. 2 more sets, and then we gotta start filming B-rolls. I'll stay at 95 for probably another 4 workouts at least. I'll try to get 6s next time. So I probably should have trained tomorrow. I'm not gonna tell I'm not 100% recovered today, but tomorrow's Christmas, I can't work out, so I'm gonna get it in. All right, let's get these low rows. Good right there. Just hitting 3 sets of 12. I'm not pushing to total failure. I'm not worried about doing lengthened partials. I'm just getting a good pump and I'm training my back. I'm giving it a decent stimulus. I'm training intuitively right now. Like I know how my body feels. I'm not 100% today. I'll probably say I'm like 80, 85. And I'm just getting it in, all right? When you go to the gym, you don't have to kill yourself every time. In fact, that's a big mistake that a lot of lifters, especially younger lifters, do. They go into the gym and they just freaking train too hard. They do too much, all right? They spend too long in the gym. I don't work out longer than 40 to 50 minutes. But when I train, I'm training hard. Notice I'm breathing heavy, I'm sweating, all right? And I'm just doing basic compound lifts. And I track everything. Every time I go into a workout, I make sure I do a little bit more than when I did the previous workout. Just a little bit. And that is how you send your body a signal to adapt. You have to stress it enough, all right, but not too much, but stress it enough to elicit an adaptation response. Your body is a living organism. Everything is a living organism. Everything that's alive is a living organism, okay? Every living organism reacts to the stress and stimulus that it encounters. That's just basic biology and physiology. If you don't understand that, you need to, all right? It's fundamental, especially in training. And again, not to beat a dead horse, but when you're natural and you're not taking steroids and you're not, enhancing your ability to burn fat, build muscle, and recover from workouts, you need time, more time between workouts, and you're gonna progress more slowly, all right? It's just is what it is. However, it's much healthier long term, okay? Using steroids for a long time or abusing steroids is not healthy. Everyone knows that. That's why bodybuilders, all right, especially pro bodybuilders, they don't live as long as other people because all the steroids is very bad for your heart, internal organs, shuts down your testicles. Just a lot of bad stuff can happen if you abuse it. I'm not saying you can't use steroids responsibly, but unless you're trying to be a bodybuilder or your sport requires you to use steroids, like maybe freaking pro wrestling or strongman or, powerlifting, dude, stay natural and try to max out your body's natural genetic potential, all right? And you guarantee you can freaking do that, all right? I'm 37 and I'm still making gains. Small gains, but still making gains as long as I'm healthy, all right? If I wouldn't have broke my ankle 4 years ago, deadlifting 605 pounds, setting a PR for myself, I would be stronger than I am now. My legs would be stronger, my whole body would be stronger. But you gotta take a much slower, more patient approach to your training. It's called being mature. But one good thing about it is like, this is me right now, look at me. I got a pump, all right? I got a pump right now. And I can hold on to this, all right? You will never, ever see me out of shape, and I will never deviate from this physique, all right? Not by very much. You're not gonna see me get huge and shredded because I'm not doing steroids, yet you're not gonna see me become deflated and soft like dudes when they get off steroids. I will maintain this because I can, because it's natural and I've worked really hard for a really long time, all right? So this is, my body understands how to hold on to this because I've literally worked for it for years. Yep. I just filmed 2 B-rolls for my shoulder exercise I did, strict handstand push-ups and pike push-ups. You guys have to watch my real YouTube video if you want to see those. But I'm gonna vlog like 20 shoulder exercises from my top 20. This is one of my favorites that I haven't done in a while. Single arm standing dumbbell strict press. Just like this. Make sure you get all the way around. 2, 3, 4, 5, good. Do 5 more right here. This is a good one to train heavy, single arm, dumbbell strict press. Strongmen do this. And it's a good one if you have, it's a good one because It can help even out any imbalances or discrepancies among arms. And I don't know if you guys saw, but did you see how hard my core was having to work to stabilize? Really high value for time shoulder exercise. Go heavy though. Okay, you gotta go heavy, like challenging weights. I was doing 24s. I should probably do those with like at least 30, 32 kgs, like 60, 70 pounds. All right, now we'll do a super basic one that I gotta get in anyway. And that's gonna be the classic dumbbell lateral raise. I'm going lightweight. These are a really good shoulder finisher. And then think about this, what I'm doing right here. Notice I'm not gonna hold the dumbbell with locked out wrists. I'm gonna hold it with a bent wrist. Okay, bent wrist. What that's gonna do is that's gonna allow my delt to get all the work in. So I do thumb over the bar like that, or thumb over the dumbbell, not around, because I just want all of my shoulders. The only thing my hands are doing is just literally hanging onto the dumbbell. And I'll get a big chest like this, and then I'm gonna think about spreading the dumbbells as wide as I can, just like this. It's a classic dumbbell lateral raise, super good for hitting the middle head of your delts and possibly the rear delt too, all right? All right, there's those banged out of the way. Now, I'm gonna show you guys, this one's a really shitty exercise actually. Record this one fucking sucks. Oddly enough, one exercise I don't like is a dumbbell front raise, okay? So I like a lateral raise because it hits your mid delt and rear delt. Front raises are gonna hit your front delts, but your front delts already get a ton of work from doing all the pressing, you know, overhead press, bench press, incline press, all the incline pressing. So your front delts generally don't need that much extra work, all right? And I'm gonna contradict myself in a minute and you'll see why, but I don't like these. I think this is like a pencil neck exercise. Right here, 1, 2. So we'll put this in the camera. Notice I'm doing cross-eyed because I'm a little pencil neck pussy. This has gotta go in for the pencil neck exercise. Cross-eyed. Right there. You guys watch my main channel and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so there's front raises. I know I just said dumbbell front raises are a pencil neck exercise. That's because they are. And I don't like front raises in general. However, unless it's a plate front raise, this exercise freaking hits hard. Put this G tier, goated, okay? And what you have to do, get your feet together, body straight, and then you wanna make sure you're in a hollow position, okay? If you guys don't know anything about gymnastics, gymnasts have some of the strongest shoulders in the world. And so hollow position, so tuck your hips and shrug your shoulders forward. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna put all of the stress through your delts and front delts. And then you keep your arms straight and you lift this fucker over your head and it's hard as shit. All right, I hope I can do it with 20 kgs. So right here, plate front raises are goated. 1, fuck, I gotta lower that down. 2, 3, 4. Oh, you see how hard my front and my delts have to contract? All the way up. I'm gonna get a couple with a 15. I'm too much of a pussy to do 20 kgs. Damn. Let me get 5 more. If you've never done just basic ass plate front raises, these hit hard. Make sure, like you said, feet together, tuck your hips. So like pull your pelvis in and shrug your shoulders forward like this, and then keep your elbows locked out. So you're in this protracted position. All your delts gotta do all the work. All right, let's see if I can hit 5. All shoulders, elbows locked out. Ooh, that's a little better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go around, John. Make sure you get my delts. 5, 6, 7. Just look how hard my shoulders got to contract. 8. So if you do these with strict form, these freaking hammer your delts and front delts. Like, this has been my favorite shoulder finisher exercise the past month. I just forgot how amazing that exercise is. Dumbbell front raises suck. However, if you get plate front raises, protracted shoulders, amazing. It's like doing planche training for dudes with calisthenics. I'm not strong enough to do planches. For one, I got genetically smaller, weaker shoulders, and I'm just way too damn big to do that. My legs are too heavy, midsection's too heavy. Those gymnastic guys, they're body weight ninjas. I'm gonna be conservative with this because this is just for B-rolls. All right, last time I did these with 38 kg dumbbells. This was like 80 something pounds. I'm just gonna hit 28s today, all right, for B-rolls. This is another one of my favorite shoulder pressing variations, okay? And that's gonna be a seated, supported dumbbell strict press. It's almost like a high incline, all right? But you're gonna be right here, all right? And then get the dumbbells up, then press them up like this. So notice I'm supported. It's almost like a high incline, but still my shoulders are doing the majority of the work. Come all the way down, press up so you get a big stretch at the bottom. The shoulders, especially your front delts too. 7. You can also go neutral grip. 8. 9, one more. 10. All right. That's a goated exercise too for shoulders. Notice my incline, because I saw Sebastian Oreb, Australian strength coach, do it like this. This is a high incline. That's a 60-degree angle. If you wanted to make it pure shoulders, you could raise it right there. And that's gonna be a bit harder. And you're not gonna be able to go as heavy, but you'll isolate your shoulders a bit more. They're both good variations. All right, but the way I like doing it, because it allows me to go heavier, is a 60-degree angle instead of a 45-degree angle. Oh, excuse me, a 75-degree angle. All right, now I'm gonna do a variation that I don't like nearly as much, all right? And that's just a seated, unsupported shoulder press. And then we gotta do a barbell. Fuck, man, we got a lot of shit to do. This is just a seated barbell press. All right, I'd probably put this in A tier. I think I put it in A tier on my video, but all right. Notice shoulder width grip, thumbs under the bar, all right? Just like a seated unsupported dumbbell press, I'm gonna do a barbell press, but barbell's gonna be better because it's just more stable and you're gonna be able to lift heavier. So this is just a really good strict press. I like this. The only thing I like better is the Z press. All right, so we'll take it out, then just press overhead. 1. Head through the top. Get from behind. Get from behind. B rolls. There's 3. 4. 5. One more. Good exercise. If you want to change it up, all right. I just like Z presses better because they're harder, but that's another good one. Really, you feel that in your front delts big time. Okay. Now, here's another one I want to film. This is like some Jeff Nippard, Mike Israetel shit that it's meh. All right. I don't like training shoulders like this. I don't like, and I'm gonna say this in my video, I don't like doing single arm isolation exercises. I just don't find it's a very good use of my time. It's not, you don't get very valuable time because think about it. You're only training one muscle, one arm at a time. It's kind of inefficient, all right? But that's gonna be a leaning away. And now the resistance curve's better because of the angle, all right? But so right there, and I'm just going right here. But at the bottom, at the top, there's good resistance, but at the bottom, I'm like no resistance right here. 3, 4, 5. You see your shoulder working, of course. 6. Oh, let me balance it out. Fucking, let's do it like this. Yeah, here you go. Now I'm against the light. Here we go. This is a decent exercise. You see a lot of bodybuilders doing this, but it's fucking easy, man. It's like, this is so much easier than a heavy barbell overhead press or a Z press. So what do you think is gonna give you more value? What's actually gonna grow your shoulders? What are you gonna be able to lift heavier with? Doing some piddly ass fucking exercise like this where you barely load up your delt, or a fucking heavy overhead press? The heavy overhead press, obviously. So that's why you prioritize exercises on what gives you the most value. All right. Anyways, that's one. Now, here's one I can do right now, John. You gotta move this shit. Arguably my favorite rear delt exercise. Okay, you ready? Yep. This is arguably my favorite rear delt exercise, and that's gonna be a chest supported rear delt fly with dumbbells. Okay, notice I'm on a seal row bench, which is elevated, which is what makes this thing possible. So you're not gonna see a lot of people do these because a lot of gyms don't have a seal row bench. I do because I love it. I love it because this is good for chest supported rows. But anyways, so right here, and then you're just doing a rear delt. And John, you're gonna have to come around and get focus on my rear delts. That's like the back of my shoulders. So right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, good. 5, you'll feel your rear delts working at this. 6, zone out so you pan out. 7, 8, 9. This is a good high value exercise for your rear delts. 9, 10, good. You got 10, you got them? All right, so if you want to hit your rear delts well, do like a reverse pec deck machine, which I'm gonna go upstairs to my apartment gym and do later, or you can do these ones, or we'll just do this right now. This is a staple. Plus I like doing these. Real talk, I like doing these because it makes my back look big. Let's go outside so we'll get the sun. That's just gonna be a straight up band pull apart, which is really good for rear delts, traps, upper back. This is just a straight up red mini band. I do these, this is how I train. God, shut the fuck up, man. All right, this is, I wasn't talking about the mosque prayer, I was talking about that horn. Straight mini band, okay. Straight mini band. Notice, keep tension in the band like this, and then just pull it apart till it touches your sternum. All right, now I'm gonna turn around. This is mainly for your rear delts, upper back, and traps, but I like doing this because my back just looks jacked when I do them. All right, so right here, this is a good rear delt exercise. Classic Arnold press. These, I say, are decent. I used to think these are cooler than they actually are, probably because Arnold did them. And I think you probably do hit all 3 heads of your delt, but I don't like them as much as just straight up dumbbell strict press because you're not able to go as heavy. But right here, so you start, palms facing away, and then you just press, and then you pronate, so you go to supinated, to pronated, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8. Decent. I think I put those B tier. There's a good shoulder pressing variation if you just want some novelty or to change up. Here's another good one. Not to build massive shoulders, but for shoulder prehab and rehab. And that's gonna be a Y raise, okay? So you're gonna lie face down, right there, arms straight, and think about thumbs up, and then literally just raise your arms into a Y. 1. You're not gonna go heavy with these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah? 10. Again, that's a good exercise for like a warm up, shoulder prehab, but no one's built freaking massive delts from doing Y raises. You know, it's like, dude, this is 4 kgs. You just can't go heavy enough to build huge, strong delts, but it is good to strengthen like your rotator cuffs and to get warmed up, all right? I think that's like C tier. And then, what's another one I gotta do? All right, probably the most overrated pencil neck shoulder exercise. That's just a barbell upright row, just like this. Every time I do these, I think one of my high elbows, you're training your traps more than your shoulders, really. I've done this exercise a lot, especially when I was younger, and I thought it was decent, but I've actually never done these for my shoulders. I always did it more for my traps, because inevitably, your traps are gonna take over when you're doing this exercise. And if you're doing these with your shoulders, for your shoulders, There's so many better variations you can do to train your shoulders. So this is probably like my pencil neck exercise of all, my most pencil neck exercise for shoulders, because you're training your traps more. But you'll see like new novice lifters doing this shit, think they're gonna get fucking big shoulders doing that. They're fucking not. All right, that's a overrated shoulder exercise, like probably the most overrated. All right, just the upright row. And then a lot of people will tell you this is really bad for your shoulders. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think I've never had any pain or discomfort doing it, but I feel my traps more than my shoulders. So like, if you're trying to train your shoulders, this is not a good movement pattern to do that. All right, you're gonna hit your traps more. I'll do it right here. Hold on. Keep it rolling. All right, just gonna keep rolling. Now you can do a behind the neck press too. All right, again, this is a very polarizing exercise. I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but so you'll press, and then so you're gonna go behind the neck, obviously. Fuck. I actually feel my shoulders quite a bit doing this, so I think this exercise gets unnecessarily hated on. Go behind. You do have to have a decent amount of shoulder mobility to do it. Good. So that's a behind the neck press. I think it's totally fine. It doesn't hurt my shoulders, and I feel my shoulders doing them, but you're never gonna be able to go as heavy as just a straight up normal overhead press. That one's like hit or miss, personal preference, okay? A lot of guys will say that's bad for your shoulders, like physical therapists will say it's bad for your shoulders. I don't fucking believe that. Like, train intuitively, you know? If you wanna do behind the neck press, do it. It's a nice little change up, and you can get stronger at that. And when you're doing that thing, you're not cheating at all. That behind the neck forces your delt to work really hard, because you're basically taking out any kind of upper pec. All right, so push press. Okay. Oh, fucking landmine press. Upright rows, dumbbell front raises, we did that. Handstand push-ups. Shoulder exercises, but that's because let's go. There's a shitload of shoulder exercises because I'm filming this B-rolls for my video. It's kind of an interesting vlog because you're actually getting to see me film 2 YouTube videos at once. I think this might be the most overrated. Maybe not the upright row. I might change my opinion when I finalize my script. I don't like this exercise. I think it's fucking dumb, unless you're injured or something, or unless you have cranky shoulders. And that's just this fucking bullshit right here. A landmine press right here. This feels good. You know why? Because it's fucking easy, all right? But like, when are you ever gonna be you're on your knees doing this shit? All right? Probably never, okay? You see this done in like sport, like functional fitness gyms or like athletic training. Dude, just do a straight up overhead press with dumbbells or barbells. You're gonna hit your shoulders way better. This, in my opinion, this is for pencil necks, for pussies, all right? You wanna feel better about yourself because you're hitting your shoulder, but this is just, it's freaking easy, okay? So easy. Yeah, you can go heavier, but I'm telling you right now, if you wanna train one shoulder at a time, all right, the landmine press, overrated as fuck. Just grab like a heavy ass dumbbell and fucking boom, hit a heavy standing single arm press. So barbell landmine press, really any landmine exercise, I think's low value for time, all right? That's my opinion. Let's just vlog it, fuck it, I don't care. All right, here's another one of my favorite rear delt exercises. If you have like a reverse pec deck, this is good for rear delts. So what you're doing right here, getting right there, and then going. Get behind me. You're gonna feel it good. I like this machine because there's a constant resistance curve. So this is another good one for rear delts. Okay, so band pull aparts, dumbbell reverse flies on a steel rope bench, you're good. All right, just that right there. Okay, so dumbbell reverse flies, so that's gonna do it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's true. you get a pretty good stretch on your delt, but still, I don't like it that much. I don't think it offers you that much value for your time. Right there, more. Like I said, it's just one arm at a time cable. Like I would rather just take 2 dumbbells and hit lateral raises like that. All right? Not my favorite exercise. You got that B-roll, right? Again, this exercise, meh. Right here. 2, 3, like there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get it? Face pulls are kind of like band pull-aparts. It's good for like your upper back and rear delts, but no one's ever built huge shoulders doing freaking cable face pulls, okay? It's good for like prehab and injury prevention and strengthening your rotator cuff and your rear delts, but as far as a shoulder building exercise, I wouldn't even put it in my top 10, okay? But it's a really common exercise to see a lot of people doing. I wouldn't say overrated, but it's not underrated either, all right? And boom, I think that's it. So I can vlog this. So boom, we checked off all these ones. There's a few of them that I already did. All right. Now what we should do, bro, we should actually go take a thumbnail. All right, hey. So that concludes my vlog today. Filmed 2 YouTube videos. Got my training vlog, hit my Z press, and then I filmed, I think, about 22 different shoulder exercises for my shoulder tier list. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to my Tanner Trains channel. Hope you got value out of this vlog. All right, and just stay tuned. Let's just try to get to 400 subscribers. All right, and make sure you guys check out my shoulder tier list video on my main channel when it comes out. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.